Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Bar and Grill and the Blind Tiger Bar.
That's fucking not right. Did he actually get one?
Are we starting? Oh, we are.
Yeah, we are starting. Well. Who got him a different chair?
I think he procured it himself.
Yeah, but he's going to be all over the place now on that thing, man. The big comfortable head in him. Open up my bottle now. I'm like a bull. Where's my bottle?
There's your Mickey.
Give me your Mickey.
How's your prostate?
Oh, it's fucking... thanks for asking, man. No one ever asked that, you know?
Well, we're supposed to make it all regular now and make it all acceptable.
Yeah, we're going to make it fully acceptable. Actually, and if you're watching the video now, you can actually see me prostate. I've actually showed it to everybody right now. No, I'm trying to make people go, oh shit, I must get on that.
No, I don't think that's going
We've
to
had a load of 50-year-old women now just come on and say, geez, I'm going to sign up for the Patreon. Come here, how's my prostate? It's not great, Ray.
No.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's up and down. It is now, because I did a round of doxycycline.
Yeah.
And I ended up going, geez, that's great, now I'm off that. And then it kind of kicked back in bad again. It's not my prostate, by the way. It's just one part of it that they had to check. I don't know what it is. It's something abroad inside in me.
It's the nubbin.
I have an infection above.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it's going, to be honest, man. It's a little bit miserable living like this. Not knowing where your next piss is going to come from. Or how it's going to feel.
Cheers, by the way, and shout out to
thanks very
Anderson's
much.
Tremendous Event Centre, wonderful food items, and the Blind Tiger.
Blind Tiger, yeah. So, the Blind Tiger. So, come here, we kept forgetting about something.
We did.
Caroline abroad inside in the Lily's Gooseback sent us a present.
Lily's Goose Hop.
Yeah, Lily's Goose Box. And
Caroline, fair play to Caroline, sent us another box of treats.
Caroline's Goose Box.
These treats contain smelly things,
Yeah.
scents, all
Nicola
things.
loves all
You
that
burn
shit,
them,
yeah.
you stick them in wardrobes.
You stick them in Hoovers.
They're the nicest smelling items I've ever smelled.
Yeah, my house has never smelled so good, Caroline.
Yes.
That's the truth. Now, she also sent us presents. Now, you went away on holidays and then we kind of forgot that we had them. They were left with the rest of the stuff that gets sent to us all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, like we get loads and loads of stuff.
Loads of stuff. Like that Audi you got yesterday.
Oh, that's right, R8, man. It's lovely, York, man. Yeah.
So it's a box.
Little toy
What do
car.
you think it is before you open it?
No, well, but should we read the letter first?
Oh, yeah, read the letter.
So, there's a box with Mark on it and a box with Ray on it.
Do you want me to do the reading? Because you know the way
Mark,
you are
by
with
the way.
words.
No, I'm brilliant with words.
Okay.
I'm going to read this.
Right. We haven't read this.
How? Okay. Kendy Raybo.
Yeah.
How's the lads? Lily Goose Caroline here. Fair play to you on 200 episodes. Here I am as I type, listening to my 5th round of ye.
Oh, God.
At episode 13 with Buzzy, and the Shy Talk is indeed all about shite and farts. Well, funnily, the house doesn't smell like shite and farts anymore because of you, Lily.
Thanks.
Because of you, Lily Goose likes Caroline.
Yeah.
Okay, so fair play to me here and now again how Ray likes a bit of baby lotion out of toilet paper. I mean, that's so funny. That's a reference there. I haven't a clue what that means. Ray likes a little bit of baby lotion.
Yeah, let's just keep going there now.
Are you wiping your arse with baby lotion?
No, I'm getting really upset now.
Was
all of
that
a sudden.
something you used to do?
This is a whole section on a podcast earlier, which obviously Caroline listened to 5 times at this point.
That's a bit weird.
No, it's okay. Not baby lotion. Wait, now. Not baby oil, I'm thinking of. Baby oil is a waste of time. But, well, it has its uses.
I gotta get a bit higher on you here now for a second.
Well,
okay.
baby lotion is well, obviously you know what baby lotion is. Do you have baby lotion in the house?
Yeah. Well, like, what is baby lotion like?
Johnson
cream? Like?
Johnson's baby lotion.
Oh yeah,
it comes in a little pink,
that's right,
very light pink bottle.
And
what do you use it for?
I use it for my baby.
Yeah. Now, why do you stop using it after babyhood?
What are you using it for?
Well, for exactly the same reason you use it for
wiping
Ollie.
your butt cheeks.
Yeah, my butt cheeks.
Do you still use it?
Use a little bit of it.
How do I not remember this?
I don't know.
Are you wiping your arse with baby lotion?
A little bit, yeah. When the need arises. Sometimes you'll get through many's a day and no bother at all.
Yeah.
But some days you might have a very... I can't believe
Oh, you're on about if you have an arse like a Japanese flag.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So if you have an arse like a Japanese flag, like your baby Ali does have every now
Yeah,
and again,
she does now, in fairness.
there is a cure for that. And some men are hard enough to not use it. And I'm not one of those men.
Yeah, well, you're kind of happy enough for it to be a thing in your life. You've accepted, I'm going to be using baby lotion for the rest of my life.
Well, this is actually leads me on to one of the major items I want to discuss today. I did not know Caroline was going to
Well, we will get to
it.
the rest of her letter as it goes. Go on anyway.
Things that should be embarrassing for you, but are not.
Oh, shit.
So me,
Yeah.
now there was a time in my life when I'd be buying baby lotion and I'd be embarrassed with buying it.
Yeah.
But I've now got to the point where I'm no longer embarrassed with buying it because I own it.
Yeah.
And I go, right, I'm buying this for a reason. Don't be judging me.
Well, I used to be mad embarrassed to get fingered, but that's gone now.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's all gone. I have no embarrassment left now with that.
I have a few more that might inspire you, and you could be thinking while I'm doing this, right?
Yeah, well, no, certainly, like, I'm not embarrassed now to go out. Like, you make fun of me with my pants up high.
No,
I'm not embarrassed with that anymore.
Yeah, okay.
Not at all.
But was there a time in your life when you were embarrassed?
Yeah, I would have been worried about my style going out and about in the place. But now I realise, no, it doesn't matter now.
Well,
I don't care.
I'm very similar. I have really trendy blue sandals who people say are
No, they're terrible now. Hang on no minute. You shouldn't
But
be
I'm
wearing
not
those
embarrassed
things.
about them.
No, you should be though.
Yeah,
That's
but
the thing. I shouldn't be embarrassed about my gunt, right? I covered it up.
Yeah.
You should be embarrassed about those yokes for
Okay.
sure. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
fair enough.
So you're wrong.
Would you know the way when you be packing your shopping in the supermarket?
Yeah.
And you know, like if you have a load of stuff and the people waiting and they're throwing it down to you, flying it down the aisle to you, and you're not able to pack it as fast as they're
Oh
scanning
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Do you find that
Still
is
embarrasses
embarrassing?
me.
Yes, it's embarrassing, but it shouldn't be embarrassing.
No, it still embarrasses me.
You
for
have
sure.
your turn. There is no panic or rushing, yeah?
Yeah, well, there was. Do you know what? I never told you this, man.
No.
I ran into every town as a bitch. I found her. I found Sligo's bitch.
What's
I
her name?
found Sligo's bitch. I haven't a clue, man. I don't ever want to know. Right? So myself and Nicola and Ali were doing the shoppings abroad in Aldi, Sligo.
Right.
Okay? And I didn't realise. If I had known, obviously, I would have bowed down maybe and knelt in front of Sligo's bitch. But I didn't realise at the time. They all hail Sligo's biggest bitch because she was in front of me. And she was an older lady. And she had a lovely husband who obviously, I feel sorry for him, man. If you need refuge, give us a shout.
The richer to her
Okay,
hyacinth.
the richer to a hyacinth. If you need it, if you need refuge, we will give it to you.
Yeah.
Because you are living with a bitch, you poor devil.
What happened?
So she goes, I'm after forgetting the tiger loaf bread, right?
Right.
He says, I'll go down and get it.
Lovely.
And we have a trolley and a buggy in the way. So me and Nicola both back up out of the line again to let this gentleman through. And he's like, thank you very much. And we're like, no bother, go and take your time, you know. So as he's coming back down the aisle, I look down and see him, and I realise, we're going to have to get out of his way again. So we'll go the other side.
Yeah.
We'll go straight through.
Right.
We went straight through, right?
Yeah.
And
to the other side.
to the other side.
I've got my goods.
To where your one thought, how dare you come down on my side when I'm trying to pay? And she turned to Nicola and said, I just want to pay, please, if you don't mind.
Oh, she thought you were pressurising her.
And Nicola was like, oh yeah, no bother. Go in, and led her into the card machine, right?
Yeah.
And then when she was walking by, she pushed my trolley out of the way.
Get away.
And I, just as her husband was coming back in, saying thank you to us as a nice man, I just went, Jesus Christ, the ignorance. And he was like...
You said this out loud?
Yeah, and he thought it was him that I was on about. Now, I had to contain myself because I wanted to say to the woman, you know, we were getting out of your way. You know that?
So
like,
this turned into a full-on
yeah,
altercation.
she pushed my trolley out of the way. And I realised that I was one of those men now that talks about arguments in supermarkets. That I'm of that age now, like. What was the event of your week? Well, I got no arguments in the supermarket. A woman reached for me carrot. And I said, get your hand off my carrot now, I said.
But how did it escalate? So you called her out?
Yeah, so, no, yeah. Well, I called her out in the way that middle-aged people call each other out, which is not directly to their face. It's to give out. That's what my mother would do. Well, I've never met such a bitch in my life. And pretend that your one can't hear her, like,
right.
you know?
Oh, yeah.
But the woman behind the counter, she was very awkward now because I was fit to burst, like.
Yeah.
But I found myself in this situation a couple of times lately where I try and not make a scene now because I know that Ali's there and Nicola's there. It happened on the plane that time with America's Biggest Bitch. Yeah. I've met the biggest bitches.
But she wasn't America's biggest bitch.
Well, she still was America's biggest bitch. Like, I have a lot of problems going on too. I'm not being a prick on an Aer Lingus flight, am I? Right. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's how you deal with it. Yeah. I'd be a prick on a podcast instead.
Yeah.
You've got to find your avenues. Sometimes it isn't in the face of the adversity you think is there.
How did it all end up?
She went away, and I said to Nicola when we got back into the car, I really wish I'd said something.
Oh,
I really wish I
thought
cornered
you
her.
had said something.
No, I had said it but not confronted her.
So
her husband was the only one that was awkward then. He was going, what's going on here?
And you said?
I said, Jesus Christ almighty, the ignorance. And then her husband was like,
what's going on here?
What's actually after happening
and then
since
you
I've
said,
been gone? And then she went.
She went?
She went about her business and
Did
we
you
packed
not
her
say something
food.
about explaining as to why you were trying to do what you were trying to do, no?
What?
Did I imagine that?
Yeah.
Let's rewind the tape.
You having a stroke? Now, I had to contain myself because I wanted to say to the woman, you know, we were getting out of your way.
Yeah, you can hear it there now. Just played it back to you.
Yeah, but I didn't explain to the husband what happened at all.
That's a complete contradiction to what said earlier in the
I
podcast.
can't wait till it's not a contradiction as to what I said. He had just walked by and I was like, Jesus Christ, the ignorance.
Won't there be egg on my face if I done all this editing experience? And
yeah, well, the funny thing is, I edit the video and I won't be doing any of that, okay? Because everyone will know exactly what I'm talking about because they're that stupid. So that is, what were we on about again?
We're talking about I was saying about the embarrassment of packing your stuff.
Yeah, no, there'd be no embarrassment. Anyway, I wish I had told her. So in my life, I've met America's biggest bitch and Sligo's biggest bitch. If anyone knows who that woman is, you probably come across her before. She is. I mean, I'm sure her picture is up in Aldi, and probably in Sligo police station as well.
Yeah.
Does anyone know this bitch? Is what it says on signs all over Sligo.
Maybe she listens to the podcast.
And then people are going to be like, Well, can you give any kind of example of her? Well, she's a bit bitch.
She's an old bitch, but she has a husband.
She's now a bitch with a husband.
And he's nice.
He's lovely. And he has... The thing is...
And they shop in Aldi.
But you know what the funny thing is? He didn't address us.
Right.
He didn't go, excuse me, what's happened here? Because I know for a fact he knew. Oh, shit, she's after doing something again. She pushed the trolley, like... like we were being nice, like getting out of the way so that they could not be under pressure.
Were your ears burning when she left? Like she was probably bitching away about you.
Oh, I hope, but like I was so annoyed at myself then because I was going, Nicola, I should have really addressed that woman and said, by the way, we were only we were letting you through so that you wouldn't panic and that your husband could get through the queue and make sure you got your fucking tiger loaf.
Brendan has a suggestion.
I hope he choked on it.
Oh, so what would you like to do? Yeah, so we're going to do a little bit of improv.
Yeah, okay, so what you would have liked to have said. Okay.
So I'm going to be the lady.
Push my trolley.
So I've just pushed your trolley.
You fucking fuck. No, okay. Sorry, I wouldn't have done that.
No, you wouldn't. Come on now.
You big stupid fucking... You fucking... Take off your top and get out those old fucking saggy old ditties that are boxed ahead of you.
No.
Take out your saggy ditties. You stupid...
No. Okay, let's try it now. You're now in your 30s.
I came in hot there now.
You're a father of a child. Your child is looking at you. Ali's there, right?
Yeah.
I'm not around, so she's not crying.
Yeah.
Not perpetually tried to bribe the child.
We did try to bribe the child. She wouldn't have none of it.
She's seen right through me.
Yeah.
So Ali's there. She's looking up to her dad, and her dad then addresses another female in the world. How do you do it in a respectful manner to try and communicate your upset at what's just happened?
Okay. I would have said, straight away.
Yeah.
I would have said, let's keep this fucking calm.
Yeah,
okay?
keep it calm.
Please now. Please. Because I want to, there is a good way of saying this.
So how would you go about it?
And a respectful way. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd say, excuse me.
Yeah.
Right? I'd say, you know the way you just pushed my trolley there, right?
Yeah.
Your lovely gentleman husband.
Yes.
I was actually only moving down this line to make sure that he could bring the tiger bread back to you so that you could bring it home and enjoy it. Now,
that's lovely.
You obviously didn't see through that and you immediately felt threatened. And I'll tell you why. I know exactly why you felt threatened. Because you've gone through your whole life feeling threatened, right? And ending up in arguments. And do you know what? Of all of those arguments you've had, 200 over your 80 years, every single one of them have been your fault, you big stupid old bitch.
Wait now, you said this to an 80-year-old lady. You absolute scumbag. Yeah.
This is hypothetical.
This is an elder, but you're saying she was 80 years of age.
She was definitely she was
that's
older
a horrible thing to do to an elderly lady.
I don't know if she was 80.
She's entitled to move your trolley if she's that age.
She was more than 30. She was more than 30. Definitely. There's no way you're going to make me think I'm wrong here in this.
No, but that's sort of thing
It just shows you that there's probably no point in being nice really in the world at all because people don't reciprocate that feeling anymore.
Not really, no.
They don't like.
No, you're better off just going around being a bollocks.
Yeah, and I mean I've been doing that for a long time. The worst thing is me and Nicola were going, oh look at this lovely old cup. We'll make sure that they get the way they're going because we know how Aldi is like. They force you through.
That's right.
Bang, bang, bang,
Aldi
bang, bang.
don't even have where in Duns you have like a landing area for your stuff.
There's no landing area.
In Aldi it's a cliff.
Yeah, straight off the edge.
It's like beep bang.
That's why we were like, let's make sure that these get through because I'd like to. You're so under pressure in Aldi, like.
Yeah.
And then this one, when she pushed me trolley rate, well, if I could have kneecapped her, man, I would have.
Jesus, right?
That's
Okay, okay. Let's just park that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on.
Yeah.
See, does this bring up leaving? You know your Zoom meetings?
Yeah.
You know when you have to leave the meeting and everybody's signing off?
Yeah.
That's an embarrassing moment when it shouldn't need to be embarrassing.
Right.
Do you not find that?
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye now. But you're looking to leave meeting, and then the thing comes up, leave meeting, and you have to press that as well. And there's a couple of seconds there where you're going.
There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse.
And you're going to have to hold that face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you might throw in an impromptu wave.
Do you know what my fucking favourite thing is? I saw this video of a woman who was teaching a Zoom class, little kids like, and you know the way the camera, it goes, if you leave it on automatic, it'll go to the person that it knows is talking. You know what I mean? It'll pull them out when she farted.
It flicked to her straight away.
Everyone knew it was her because it just flicked to her.
She had that face.
Do you know? She's just like, excuse you know what I mean?
Yeah. Anytime you're exiting or entering, entering an elevator.
Oh yeah, right.
So if you're getting into an elevator and you gotta,
you know the Irish face, everyone. It's just that
raised eyebrow, slight smirk, scrunched face.
That's such a
and they
great
get
fucking face.
number 2.
Yeah.
Going second floor. Yeah.
Oh, it's so awkward then. You're just
Yeah.
like, this might be the slowest elevator in the world. How
Yeah.
does it take it this long to go up one floor?
The other one that is embarrassing but shouldn't feel embarrassing. When you're walking down the street, someone's walking towards you. You're on a collision course.
Yeah.
You step right, they step left.
Oh,
you step left, they step right.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you get to that awkward moment where you're face to face go, sorry.
The big man thing to do there now and the right thing to do is plow straight through them. I fucking changed my path 5 times. I go straight through you, Mary.
That's another awkward moment. And the last one I have there is getting caught taking selfies.
That's very awkward. There's nothing worse than getting caught taking selfies.
Trying to take a picture of yourself in a public place.
Or, if you're in a pub at a gig and you're like, I'm going to do this happens all the time. I go do a sneaky video and then your flash is on. I go do a sneaky video.
Or worse, when you open up, you put your phone over your head and you open up the app to take the photo and it's on you.
Yeah, no, there's nothing worse than when it's down here and you're like, I want to take a video of something there in the ground, right? And then it flicks on and it's you and all you see is 80 chins. And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ almighty, I'm awful ugly. There's no Samsung phone in the world that could take that filter off. Should we keep reading or not?
Yeah, I think that's the height of that there now.
Should we keep going with this?
Yeah.
Okay. So Caroline then said, anyway, I printed you both a mug each. Oh, brilliant.
It's a mug.
To celebrate 200. This is a very long letter. I'm going to go through it. Congratulations on the milestone. Fair play to you, keep her lit. And then there's loads more and keep it going. I am loving it, and to the highest fair play to you all, shits and giggles, and the Mulnagee shuffle with Buzzy. Okay, so let's open these mugs and let's see what's on them. Ray, what's on yours?
Nothing worse than the ginger in the bushes.
Oh, brilliant. We should market them and sell them. Oh, that's class.
And it's a picture of a ginger cat licking itself in the bushes. That is the licking itself.
That was your viral
stance.
video before we did a podcast.
It was the reason we started a podcast.
Well, the reason was because I had a lot
What's
of
written on your mug?
dynamic.
Thanks very much, Caroline. That's very kind of you.
Yes, Loveen. Indeed, I do have a Woj's accoutrements. Well, that is true. Oh my God, look at the shagged photo on it.
What photo did you use? If you're on the Patreon now, it's one of his stylisher photos.
My more stylish photos, Ray.
That won't focus.
It will focus.
You bought too fancy a camera.
There we go.
There we are.
Oh my God, above. So it's the photo of me, probably 2011, I would say. And it's when I got...
Then you got what?
When I got stopped on the street by Psycho Champion Fashion.
Yeah.
To say who... And I said that my fashion icon was Brezzy.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Fuck me, man.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny?
What does it say again on it?
I would have bet myself up if I bet me now.
Yeah, you would. Yeah,
I would have made fun of me. Like,
well, you would have probably argued with yourself anyway.
I would have called myself one of those flutes.
Yeah,
you know, one of those flutes you see around town.
Just
man.
Look at the mug there now.
Isn't it outrageous, man? Caroline, they're absolutely tremendous now. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's awful.
Isn't that the worst photo you've ever seen? Did you hate yourself? Did you hate yourself, Ray? I hated myself.
Even the shoe, one of them slip-on things.
Oh, it's awful yoke. Like, I mean, I am so... And I mean, the thing is, I look back at this time now, because I'm probably worse now than I ever was. But I am so embarrassed of myself. I grown up.
That's okay.
It's so bad. And that's not even grown up. I was about 20 there.
Yeah, you were up at that stage.
Jeez, I was well up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I was up, man. I'll tell you that much. Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what I was, though, Ray. Slim.
You were.
Jeez, I look well.
Yeah.
I shared a photo with me 6 years ago. Myself, Gavin Muldoon, Tabby Callahan, Sean's Riley.
Slim.
They all look exactly the same now. Yeah. I look slim as hell, man.
Yeah.
I look real good. Like, jeez, I fucking hate myself. I hate myself every day.
Thanks very much, Caroline.
Thanks, Caroline, lovey. And 200 more episodes coming your way if it be plays you.
Yes. Shall I go in the 20s?
Why? What do you want to talk about?
What?
Why are you talking about JA, man? We're not going to be allowed.
I have to talk about JA because I was dragged kicking and screaming into their world on Saturday.
Did you go down to the gym?
I not just go down to it.
Yeah.
I got a phone call from a good friend of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
On,
Did you do audio on the do?
On the Friday saying the Sligo under 20s are in a final.
There was a beat in the street.
They said there was a final.
Yeah.
And I said, right, that's on Saturday, and they want to do a homecoming. I thought this was very presumptuous because they were pretty much planning a victory parade. And I was going, oh, that would be great now. You want to have all the crystals charged and they want to be a big...
No,
bright...
you have to do that, though. You have to do that.
Yeah, so there's a homecoming, they got to the final, which leads me to believe that the Sligo Centre of Excellence seems to be doing just that.
Oh, it's working.
Yeah.
Because they're there about every year with the Connacht Miners.
Yeah.
And they're now in the Under-20 All-Ireland final last week. So it's working.
So I was
all I say is Leitrim. You may get a couple of pairs of binoculars and have a look. Have a look over the fence and see what's going on.
I was all lined up to do this.
You were.
It was going to be...
well, you've always been a big friend of the GA and you were
big friend of the GA, happy to take the money off them. You know? So they were lined up. So I landed in, and of course it was the stereotypical big 40-foot trailer parked up the top of O'Connell Street.
Oh yeah.
Right? And a fine crowd of people clad in the black and white.
I love that. Since 1960, that hasn't changed.
Oh yeah, the best stage in Ireland is a 40-foot trailer.
Like, if you can go all the way around the world and find some serious technology now of fold-out trailer stuff, but still in Ireland we're going, who has a trailer, but who has one of them haulage yokes?
Yeah, and it's amazing how they stuck it in the little small spot as well.
Oh, it's brilliant.
They did it anyway.
Never change. Never
I
change.
landed in, set up my stuff. I was all excited. The Pound Street Boys band
Pound Street Boys
were playing. They were providing the musical stylings. Dean Mahan and
Best
the
band
Bucks.
in Sligo.
Best band in Sligo.
Yeah.
So they, jeez, that's a. We've upset other people now.
To get myself there though.
Yeah,
So,
like
okay.
your own band.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
name another band. They're the best band. Everyone is the best band in Sligo.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So landed in there. I was expecting these under 20s. They were coming at 8 o'clock in a round.
Lovely.
Right now, unfortunately, they'd lost the match.
Yeah.
So I felt this.
But a
was
big
going-
effort.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be really embarrassing for them.
No, not at all. Why would it be?
But that's what it wasn't.
No
yeah,
need
there was
to be.
no embarrassment at all. Everybody was there. There was a fine crowd.
Yeah.
Everybody was cheering them on. I was expecting men.
Mm.
For some reason, I was expect children. Is
Did
what
you
got off
forget
the
what
bus.
19-year-olds look like?
I forgot what night. For some
Yeah.
reason, when I heard the under 20s,
They look like that. Look like me on the mug.
I was expecting men, or
Yeah.
at least older looking
Isn't
young
it mad?
fellas.
Isn't it mad? Ray, you have to remember, you're 20 years older than them.
Oh, I'm old enough to be their father.
You're twice their age.
Yeah.
Twice their age, Ray.
That's mad.
So I know what you mean, and I do sometimes find that a bit bizarre. If I'm watching Liverpool or anyone,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at the people on the screen who are playing football, and I'm roaring and shouting for them and all that, they're all younger than me.
Yes.
Most of them are younger than
The
me.
management team
And the
were
under
younger
20s
than me.
Yeah.
It was young lads. It was managing them.
Isn't it mad? Isn't it just daft when you think, like...
Yeah.
Now, having said that, Ray, they might be younger than you in babyface. They would kick the shit. They would kick the shit
They
out of
also
you.
look like a group of gentlemen that would rightly do a number on me outside of a pub if I spoke ill of them.
Absolutely, and they should.
Yes.
And they absolutely should. Ray. In fact, I think that the Sligo under 20 should kick the shit out of Ray.
I don't think
outside the
that's-
pub.
no.
Absolutely,
No.
they should.
So they got up and there's loads of speeches and fair play to everybody and we're me mighty and we're going to win the All Ireland, the young ginger lad said.
Lovely.
And he was a young ginger lad. He was only like 8. But he was up there for some reason.
He was playing midfield.
He was playing midfield.
Yeah.
Tall 8-year-old now, with an 8-year-old
Oh,
nonetheless.
it was a good strong 8-year-old now.
But then they all left after there was photos taken and there was loads of young ones.
Yeah.
Girls.
Delighted.
And it
Looking
was
for matches.
Interesting to see that because
No.
I was kind of going, right, so this is now the perks of being on a football team.
Yeah.
There was scatters of young ones,
Yeah.
all dressed up in Sligo jerseys.
Brilliant.
And I was thinking, wow, I'm right in the middle of GEAville here.
Oh, it's
and
absolutely
proud
class.
fathers, uncles, grandfathers, men just standing there going, aren't they great?
Yeah.
Mothers taking videos on iPads. It was
Is that an oversight
wholesome.
that you would have not been involved in any kind of GAA circles?
So
would
I-
you have forgot that that's a thing?
I probably haven't been. I haven't been in GAA
Because-
circles in a long time.
Because like we as musicians, that's dead now. Young ones don't give a shit about musicians.
No, they don't. Unless you're in the tumbling paddies.
Yeah, unless you're in tumbling paddies.
The whistling,
The whistling donkeys.
fiddles.
Yeah, the whistling donkeys, the tumbling paddies, when they
rhythm
don't
and
care.
kicks.
Yeah, and rhythm. Yeah, they do not care about. So that's the thing is the GAA is completely taken over the young one. And I'm not messing when I say this either. It's not like young lads in the GAA now. Ye are prime
They were
boys.
trendy looking bucks.
Yeah, they are prime boys. Everyone of them have mullets. I don't get that, but young ones do get that.
Yes.
And they love it. And you are brilliant suitors for young women,
That's what they want.
which is exactly what you want. And
Yeah.
that's good. That's a good thing to be, because it used to be musicians before my time. I joined it right the wrong time. I became a musician just when young ones said,
Nah.
and maybe it was to do with me actually. Young ones said, we've no interest in musicians
no
at
interest
all.
now. Yeah.
No interest in
It's
you
over
playing
now.
a bass guitar. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Play Robbie Williams. So now it's all J. So you probably haven't seen that quite
No,
as much.
and I
like.
enjoyed it. It was lovely, but then they all filtered away after the pictures were taken.
Yeah.
And then there was a smaller crowd left, and the Pound Street Boys did their finest set,
They did.
and I enjoyed it, but it turned into a stereotypical Irish experience on the street with the 40-foot truck, the band playing their heart out.
Yeah.
Now, if you had this in France or Holland,
There'd be 16,000 people.
Well, there'd be that, but even if the 100 or so people that were there at that point at like 9:30, they would be up at the front dancing.
Yeah.
Right? There was 5 people dancing at the front. They were how would you put it now? Do you know the locals, the local 2-litre Linden Village community? Right?
They're actually a political group here in Sligo. They're called the Linden Village.
The Linden Village, the 2-litre Linden Village, have you any change?
Yeah,
community.
party. Yeah.
And they were having the time of their life.
They do a lot of good work. They're out and about every day talking to the locals. I saw one of them up in Sligo General last week as well, chatting in there. And they're just making sure that everything's ticking over around Sligo.
Always collecting for good causes.
They're always collecting for good causes. And if you know what, they're absolutely brilliant. They're there day and night.
Yeah.
Doesn't faze them. The mood is always up.
24 hours. Teacher.
The mood is always up. And they're big fans. I have to say, they're really pushing for like drug reform. Big into pharmaceuticals, and they're just making sure.
I definitely want to see this whole 10 o'clock off license thing gone.
They want to see it gone, because they want to, because how can they
24-hour alcohol sales?
How can they ask you to go in and buy them something then if they're
they're
in every town. I'm not talking bad.
Yeah,
Sligo County Council might come out and say, "How dare you?" Don't be saying there is. Everyone knows them inside. Every town has them as well. So they were the ones dancing.
They were representing
them.
the continental crowd because that's what the Europeans would do. They're very good Europeans.
They were brilliant EU citizens.
All of the other
Yeah.
Irish citizens at the event were all huddled around Hargadon's bar.
Yeah.
And that's where they were. They weren't over dancing. They weren't paying any heed at all
Yeah.
to the band.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, this is just... Now, they were enjoying the music, but it's so Irish.
Yeah, they have a different way of enjoying it. Like, I mean, you're right. Like in Europe, Germany, France, Switzerland,
They'd be delighted to see music.
they're just going, this is great.
Yeah,
now we
thanks
have
for
music.
playing, lads.
But I think Irish people take the entertainment sector for granted.
Yeah.
Because every time they go into a pub or a venue or anywhere, there's
Something
music
on,
on.
yeah.
Music on, and then they don't. And that's okay, because you can react to entertainment however you want, Ray. Now, having said that, there's nothing worse than playing to no one up there and,
Yeah.
So I do get that. I think it'll be all fun and games, lads, when there's no beating the street left. Do you know?
There is no beating the street this year. And in Sligo, anyway.
There isn't, because they're redoing up the...
They're redoing the street.
They're redoing the beat on the street.
Yeah.
So they're redoing the street, which is going to be Queen Maeve's Tunnel or something. What's it going to be called?
Queen Maeve's car park.
Queen Maeve's Palace.
Car park.
Yeah, car park. And she's going to come down from the mountain like Katie Daly, and she's going to bless it in front of us, and that's going to be happening on the 26th of July. Make sure you come in.
June.
Yeah.
It's July, is it?
Haven't a clue, man. I made up the date.
Right.
Yeah.
Next up, I want to talk to you. Have you any news, by the way? Do you want to get on to
No,
anything?
not really. I mean, bar, my butt cheeks still being on the fritz, and my insides of my body getting turned inside out, and then getting pissed off by Sligo's bitch. Not really a huge amount else going on abroad inside my life. Trying to, get by. Single father most days until Nicola comes home.
I was going to ask what has happened.
No, I'm a single father for 8 or 9 hours a day. And then,
you be great, and have the whole house tidy for when you get home.
Oh, Jesus, no. But sure, that's still...
Why?
Because we're big into kind of gender norms in our family.
I'm happy a woman's place in the kitchen type thing.
I'm happy to make sure the baby's alive. But
that's about the most you'll do.
I won't be cleaning
Sure, I suppose you have given a lot, considering that the gender norms was the man would go out and earn the money.
I've given up loads.
Yeah, you've given up your career.
Yeah, Nicola's given up nothing. So... And I'm the one out
back
there.
at work.
Funnily enough, as traditional as we are, I'm the one out there that's challenging the gender norms. I'm the one who has to go in and meet friends every day and do with a baby and say to them, well, it's actually normal now for a man to do this kind of thing.
Do you go for
I won't
walk
be cleaning this
every
baby.
day with Ali?
I do try and get her out of the house.
So that means you're walking.
Today I brought her to Green Star dump. I did.
Did you walk to Green Star?
Well, no, we did walk, yeah.
Yeah,
I walked out to the car.
No,
put her into the car.
Do you ever walk her anywhere? Do you ever take off in the buggy?
I do, yeah. I drive down to Dorley Park.
No.
I can't be telling people this now because then they'll try and meet me every day.
No, they won't. Nobody any fucking blind but
They will, man. They'll be going around looking at it. There'll be paparazzi in the bushes, no more than Leither and Jay watching Sligo at the moment. I bring her down to Dorley Park and we walk around Dorley Park.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you find that you meet the same people all the time?
Yeah, well, so this, I know I've said this already, but it is a little bit, I get a lot of mammies going, how are you?
Yeah.
So I'm there with all the mammies. Again, challenging those gender norms, and saying, well, boys can be out and do this as well.
And meanwhile, the house at home is in shite because you're refusing to clean it.
Yeah, well, I won't be cleaning any bottles. That's rotten. I won't be doing that. No. I'm only joking. Of course I do.
You do, so that when Nicola comes home, the house is spotless.
Yeah. I try my best now. She would say it's not spotless.
Why would she?
But have you any idea how hard it is to keep a baby?
No.
You have no idea.
That's why I'm in a very good position at the minute. I'm completely oblivious to this, so I could just take the piss out of you.
Yeah, but let me tell you what happens.
Right.
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Let's say it comes to 9 o'clock, and you say, I'm going to go out now and do a few bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Ali looks at you and says, I'm mad hungry.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking bottle,
bitch.
Whip
the tit out.
So I whip out the tit.
Yeah.
And she'd have a good sucky house for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So she'd have a sucky house
40 minutes?
for 10 minutes.
Right.
For 10 minutes, she'd ate a bottle.
Then she shite herself.
And then she'd shit then, so I'll change her. And then she'll start yawning.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to put her to sleep.
Great. Now we have an opportunity.
No, you don't. You have to be quiet while she sleeps and you have to keep her moving.
Okay.
And she'll sleep then for the guts of 45 minutes to an hour.
And you have to keep her moving.
Then you get her up there, and then all of a sudden it's 11 o'clock, and you've nothing done.
Nothing done.
And
Not
then
a
Nick,
child in the house was.
and then I go, well, I better get myself out now because boys need a little bit of space too. So I get myself out. All of a sudden, then you'll be coming back. Could be 1 or 2 o'clock.
Right.
All of a sudden, then she's feeding again, and she's sleeping again, and then Nicola's coming home at 4.
And the place in shite.
Nicola's coming home, going, "What happened here? You haven't cleaned up anything?
Yeah.
You haven't?" And then I say, "Well, I was working on some of my project. Like I have to then tell her all this shit that I've done. Throughout.
Mark,
You know."
I'm totally get what you're saying there. I've
No,
the
you
same
don't.
situation.
If you start talking about your fucking cat, Ray,
no,
I'll lose the head.
No, Sean.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so Laura gets up in the morning. She gets up at like 7 o'clock. Off she goes to work before I'm even awake.
Yeah.
Right? I get up. Same crack.
Yeah.
I get Sean up. I feed him.
Yeah.
Feed him. Shites himself. Yeah. Then me and him, we go out, do a little, bring him out to the gym.
Yeah.
Get him a bit of workout.
Get him pumped up,
Get him pumped up.
Tire him
bring him
out.
back. Feed him again.
Yeah.
Shites himself again.
And then nap. He goes for a nap.
And then
then.
Laura's home. And there's not everything's
Nothing done.
Nothing done.
But Sean is looked after.
Sean
and
is
that's
alive.
the part that the women don't see, Ray. Have you any idea how hard it is to keep a Sean and an Ali alive?
No,
like,
I know.
for 8
I
hours.
do, yeah.
And people don't realise that, like. And this is exactly why mothers go out and meet up at lunchtime to go, Jesus Christ above. And I feel like meeting them.
Yeah.
If there's a mothers group out there in Sligo, like a young, hip, trendy mothers group who meet in places like Strandhill or Ross's Point,
You would like to be part
can
of
I
that.
please be allowed in? And I promise I won't be inappropriate.
Can we please
I
arrange
promise
that?
I will not be inappropriate. We'll all meet up together.
Yeah.
We'll go for a little spa day.
Yeah.
Shower.
Now, I did
Into
hear
a
that
steam
there's
room.
an Eastern European group of young women,
Oh yeah.
kind of Ukrainian based.
Brilliant.
They're in their early to mid 20s.
Brilliant. Yeah.
They've obviously been they've been moved here to Sligo and
Yeah.
they're trying to make a life for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they all have kids.
Yeah.
And they'd love you to join them.
Okay, so if you are part of that lovely Ukrainian community who is more than welcome here,
Yeah.
let's meet up,
Yeah.
take our tops off.
Why would you do that?
What? Well, because women, women don't care see each
Yeah,
other.
I suppose, yeah.
I want to be, I will not be, I won't get weird.
No.
Let's all go
You
take
just
our
sit there
tops
with a
off.
big smile in your face.
Let's go swimming, bring our
Yeah.
babies.
Right.
We'll all shower afterwards.
Yeah.
And like I know that they always be playing with each other's ditties and stuff. It's great.
What were you doing in Green Star today?
Huh? I was getting rid of rubbish.
Right.
'Cause I'm sick of burning off the back. No, you can't be doing that. That's bigger.
What kind of
now.
rubbish?
So I was getting rid of an old coffee table that was bent and battered.
You didn't get rid of the coffee table, the
I had
boxy
to.
one.
But
Why?
because Ali's moving everywhere. We have to get rid of all the furniture now, Ray. We might as well be in fucking
I didn't notice
St.
it was a-
Angela's
it was a
in
lot-
Ballinasloe now at this stage because there'll be nothing in there. We have padded walls and padded fucking floors. You can't have that. And so I got rid of the coffee table, threw it out.
I did notice that there's more padding in your living room than I've ever seen before.
Man, honest to God, you wouldn't see it in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
No.
The amount of fucking padding that's down there in that living room.
Yeah, usually might.
You can't. And you know what the thing is? So I have 80% of the floor padded downstairs now.
Yes, you do.
And she ends up rolling onto the part that's not.
Yeah.
She wants nothing to do with the padding. She's like fucking Evil Knievel, man.
I've told you this before. You need to buy a box.
Yeah, put her in the box.
Put her in the box.
Or a cage or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fucking. You have no idea. You can't take your eyes off her, man. She is lethal.
Not even to wash a plate.
Huh? Not even to wash a
Or
plate.
fold a towel.
Not even to fold a towel.
Right.
Honest to God, they're very bad.
I have advice to get off you.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
I'm always happy to help.
Yeah, you got married once.
Yeah. Well, I liked the way you said once. I got married for the first time.
You got married for the first time.
Yeah.
And I believe you went through the whole usual wedding thing where you
Yeah.
had 100 guests. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
Then around.
we were allowed 100 of the finest guests.
Yeah, at the
Yes.
time it was scientifically true.
Yes.
Yeah, you couldn't get COVID if there were 100 people or less.
I mean, when you look back,
the daftest
when you
stuff.
look back at the daftest,
Jeez, we were
an
awful
hour,
ages.
an hour 45 is all you can spend in the pub. Weren't we the stupidest? Weren't we so stupid too?
Yeah.
An hour 45 is all you're allowed to spend in the pub. You can only
Yeah.
have 100 guests, and if God forbid a wedding went past 12:30, lads, because
Yeah.
then everyone would get COVID.
And you couldn't buy a meal less than €9. Meals less than €9 meant
Gave you COVID.
had COVID.
You had COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, weren't we just daft?
But we went along with it.
We went along with it like fucking
But you
idiots,
had
like.
100 anyway at yours. But you
Those
had to
people are still in
invite.
charge.
You
Go
had
on.
to invite those people.
Yeah.
So did
Are
you?
you in?
I'm at that moment now where it's time to send out the invites.
Yeah.
Now we sent out a wee text message to tell people, look, you're going to have to book a bit of accommodation.
Yeah.
So we did that.
Yeah.
But now we come to the invites, right? When organising a wedding, the correct approach is, first of all, you text all your friends and ask for their postal address.
Yeah.
At which point you get all that back, right? So you write it all down, and then you order like the guts of 100 cards,
Yeah.
you know, with all flowery stuff on
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
And you say,
A flowery card.
and you write in all the names of the people.
Yeah.
And then you write up all the envelopes. You buy 100 stamps.
Yeah.
You send the whole lot out. And then they have to text you back after all that.
They have to email you then.
No.
RSVP to rayloveslaura.com.
Oh,
yeah.
you've set up an email address.
Yeah. Most people have set up an email.
Why? Why
Because-
do you have to do all this? Would
So-
you not just ask them the question at the time you text them for the address? Rather than going, can I have your address? Can you say something along the lines of, by the way, you're definitely invited to the wedding now?
Of course you can do that, Raymond. Right?
I get the feeling they can't, though.
No, you can, but why don't we just throw every other tradition out the window as well, man? Do you know what I mean? So you can absolutely
tradition,
text
is
people.
it?
You can absolutely text people. But you know what happens when you text people,
What just
don't
happened to
you?
your face there? That was...
I got contorted with a burp.
yeah, okay.
I got contorted with a burp. Hey, but you know what happens? People go, geez, I didn't know. Did I reply to that? Did you text me?
Yeah.
I can't fucking remember that at all.
Okay, so you're saying... So
And
people
you'd be
remember...
yeah, so the idea behind it is you send out the invite, which is lovely because it was always done. We didn't have text messages 100 years ago.
Right.
When your father married your mother,
There was invites.
right? And when my mother married her boyfriend, there was
invites.
no email, no nothing. It was all invites, and then you'd RSVP back to say, Geraldine and Eamon, I'd absolutely love to go to your wedding. I don't believe for a second it'll last, but I will be there. I can't wait to see this for a show.
Nice. Okay.
So that's what you do. And then they would say, don't be giving us money.
Yeah.
I'm mad for a kettle.
Right.
Right, so that was the way it used to be, Ray. Now,
Right.
we don't buy kettles anymore.
No.
For nobody or
You just buy
toasters.
vouchers for kettles.
You buy vouchers for kettles.
No,
or
you
put-
just give cash
you
money
put
and- yeah.
£200 in the cards and then
right.
they spend it on Tenerife.
So you're saying that this is a tradition, that it's not actually
Yeah.
logical at all, it's a tradition.
Because nowadays, Ray, there are dedicated online websites
Yes.
for you to send out mass emails and then an online forum that will collect all of your RSVPs. And we
Stop
all
it.
know
There's an app.
Yeah, RSVP is Irish for are you going or not?
Yes. But
That's
there's
what
an app called Evite.
Evite
I
is
looked it
exactly.
up last night. Myself and Laura were sitting there, we were having a wedding meeting.
You'll save a fortune on the invites.
Well, hold on now.
I know a man in the industry though. Me and Nicola got our invites for fuck all because I know a man in the industry.
Right.
And sometimes that man sits there and flicks the keys off himself. And funnily enough, it's not Brendan.
It's another string to
It
his
was
bow.
another string to a bow.
But
I have
hold
a
on.
man that can do you invites.
Hold on.
Fair play to you, James.
Yeah,
You know?
Hold on. Right.
Go on.
Evite. I balled into this last night thinking
did?
this is the way to fix this. So I said, Laura, we'll do a test one with you, me, and Sean. Right? So I
Will you? You're cordially invited to dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Spaghetti bolaise.
Yeah. No, I set up the whole wedding thing.
Right.
We did the whole wedding thing, and I was going to set it out, and it was like 6 steps to get through this.
Right.
And it was so user intuitive and all the rest. I was
Yeah.
getting through it. It was marvelous, looking marvelous. It comes in a little envelope, and you see the invite coming out of the
opens.
envelope. Yeah,
Yeah,
woo,
I've got
woo.
them before.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're very good.
The fireworks and pigeons and everything.
Oh, doves.
Yeah.
Pigeons
sorry,
flying
doves.
out of the. Did
Yeah.
you ever see that, man? A pigeon will fly out of your hard drive when you open up the
Yeah,
Evite.
exactly. There's a lovely smell of burnt amber in the room.
And burnt pigeons. Yeah.
We got to step 6 of this.
You did?
And next thing it says for 15 guests, it's $17.99, one-off payment.
Lovely.
So I says to Laura,
Small wedding.
let's give this a go so we can see how this actually works, because the whole thing on this app is you will get a text message where this fucking fireworks and pigeons and everything will come out.
Yeah.
And you'll see the beautiful card, electronic card saying you're invited cordially.
You
and
are.
all the details.
Yeah.
And then you can RSVP that.
7:30 spaghetti bolognese.
You could say, yes, I'll go to that.
You will.
And I says to her, let's give it a go. She said, absolutely not. We're not spending $17.99 on the test.
I'll tell you, Ray, I'm not going to lie to you. I have spent $17.99 on a test before. I'm not going to lie to you that has
Right.
happened.
Right.
And
okay.
I'm sure you have as well now. Don't be lying.
Just haven't.
Jeez.
Haven't.
They're $22.99.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Sorry. Okay, so she wouldn't do it.
She said no, but sure, let's just text people. But then I said I will ask Sensei what to do.
Okay.
And you say we should be just sending out paper invites.
Yeah. So there's nothing worse. I would be either sending out. No, I would be doing the Evite thing.
Would you?
Yeah, I would, because
Yeah.
it's very handy. The only reason me and Nicola didn't do that is because we wanted to be trendy bastards and send out like a ticket.
Oh yeah.
We wanted it to be a ticket stub.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Really what you should do is leave it up to that Evite thing, because people then go, I've gone to weddings where that's the thing.
And it's been good.
It's very good. You go in, it bursts open, a big load of
pigeons,
digital
fireworks.
confetti
Yeah.
and a digital pigeon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful digital pigeon bursts out of this fucking thing
And it's in that
says, "Are you
font
going?" And you say, "Yeah, you are." And then right below it says, "Have you any dietary requirements?" And I say, "No, just make sure the soup is vegetable. We're Irish."
Yeah.
Right.
Vol au vent.
If you land out with a bowl of sorbet, I'll be laughing at you.
Right.
Right. Leave it at a 4-course meal. I want soup, a food of ads.
I want to dance.
I'll have a roast, right? And then the better be fish roll to finish, lads. And then I'm going to dance the Blue Moose and Gorilla Radio.
Yes.
Now, that's what all the Evite needs to say, okay? Right. So, that's a great way because then you don't have to gather the data.
No, it's all done in the app.
All of the big companies in the world, Ray, have different people to harvest their data for them. They do not have an Eileen anymore sitting down who is manually harvesting data. You and Laura are very learned, educated people.
Yeah.
You do not need to be doing this yourself, Ray. Leave us to the AI and the digital data.
Well, it's $17.99 to test it, see what the digital confetti looks like.
Yeah.
And then it's €70.
Digital pigeons, brave, please now, because we have to make sure people know.
It's €70 to do up to 100 guests.
Yeah.
So we have to spend 70 quid. So it's actually cheaper probably to set the fucking things out.
Yeah.
Pardon my French.
Yeah, no, probably not though. You'd be
Okay.
surprised now. Unless you want to send it out on shitty A4 paper. You gotta go double plied on these things, man.
I was going to
It's
send
like
it.
you're wiping your arse here now, okay?
I had an idea I was going to send out a post-it.
What does that mean?
Just a post-it. A little yellow post-it with all the details written in it. And you could stick it on the...
If you want, like, because all of these are
But people
benign.
they'll judge you then. They'll go, geez, they skimped on that.
But your parents and your parents' friends will judge you.
Yeah.
Fellas like us won't. Like, this is the biggest problem everyone has. And don't lie. I don't want anyone to lie out there. I love my mother more than any of my father's girlfriends, okay?
Yeah.
Right? But they're maniacs when it comes to weddings.
Right.
Because they have such weird shit going through their heads. Where, like, Mum will kill me now, right? But Mum used to say stuff to me, right, when I was getting married. You have to invite so-and-so down the road to the wedding.
Yeah.
And I'd say, but Mum, I don't want them to go. And then Mum would say, no, but they won't go, don't worry.
Oh.
And then
I'm
I'd
with
say,
you.
well then, so they don't want to go. And I don't want them to go.
Well, I still have to invite
But
them.
I still have to invite them so they can say no. And Mum would say, yeah, because we can't be having them judging us for not.
For not inviting them.
And I'd be going, but you're telling me they're not going to go. I have to waste a week. I have to waste a week of my life waiting for them to tell me they're not going and I don't want them to go.
Yeah.
But their parents are mental, Ray.
Yeah, I'm lucky now. I don't have any of that.
No, you will. You'll get it, man. I'm telling you this now and let fucking God above be my witness.
You think I get
will
it?
fall out with Carmel and ML before this wedding is done.
Well,
You'll
if it
fall out
is,
with
it'll
them.
be over money.
It-
It'll be where I have booked a far too expensive wedding band and I won't have the money to pay for it. And then Laura will find out and I'll fall out with her.
Stop. But there is, like, these things, there's 2 guarantees in life, Ray. And there's 2 ways you'll fall out with family and their weddings and funerals.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
There are absolutely weddings and funerals
They're
where
deadly.
you fall out with family.
Well, it's lucky I'm having 2.
2 weddings.
Yeah.
So, what?
I'm having 2 weddings.
What does that mean?
We're getting married on the 30th of September.
Why?
That's going to be married. Why?
Oh, yeah.
I
Is
love
that
her.
the big day? No, I mean, I ask her why every day. Like,
that's
that's the big day.
Yeah, it's the big day. But then we have another wedding the following Saturday.
Oh, to actually get properly married, is this?
No, not to get properly married. We will be properly married in the eyes of the state
All right.
on the 30th of
In the
September.
eyes of the state of you.
In the eyes of the state of me and her,
Yeah.
we'll be married in front of our
Okay,
friends,
so why you
family
get
and
married
everything.
next week?
That's in the eyes of our Lord.
Oh, in the eyes of the Lord above.
In the eyes of our Lord above, we'll have a little ceremony down in Cooneal
Okay.
where he will bless the situation.
Okay.
Then we can have sex.
Okay. Don't answer this if you don't want.
Yeah,
Don't answer this if you don't want.
sure.
Why are you getting married in the eyes of our Lord?
Because I got all the other sacraments and I don't want to be missing one on the sticker book.
Okay, good. No, that's good. I got married in the eyes of our Lord as well.
You did, yeah,
And I
yeah.
completed the World Cup sticker book as well.
Yeah, it's a nice book to have.
I have
like.
them all done, except for the sacrament of the last rites, which is the last one to get.
That's the last one to get.
That's the last one to get,
Yeah.
which we will get.
And that's a tricky one to get.
I did my communion 5 times. I stayed back, man, a good few years now. Yeah, I did my communion 5 times. I got my confirmation 3 times, Ray.
Why?
No, it's a load of lies. I'm only joking. That's
Oh,
a joke. We tell jokes
sorry,
on the podcast, Ray.
sorry.
That's about me staying back being stupid.
Sorry.
I'll give you a chance to go. Right, okay. So, the last one to get is last right. The reason I ask, Ray, is no, I mean, it doesn't matter. The reason I ask is because you were saying, geez, I haven't fallen out with my parents yet over Anton. And I was only wondering if you're getting married in Cooneal Church, was that perhaps a request from your parents?
No,
That's
well,
all.
it wouldn't be.
I was going to say, if you had said, no, I'm not going to do that, would they have said, you prick?
But you see, there would be now. We'd be an out religious family.
That's okay. I
So
know.
it's kind of trying to keep all sides going.
Now.
So there's
you,
an Auntie Maureen there.
So now you know what I'm saying.
She likes to come to a little thing like that.
She does.
You know, the last thing she wants to do is getting on an Iron Road there and busting up to fucking Portlaoise.
And not a priest inside.
And not a priest inside.
She'd go, excuse me,
All
who's
of
this
a
woman?
sudden,
Who's this woman saying the fucking mass?
We're mixing sands and doing readings from our own favourite books.
Oh,
Do you know?
a reading from the Philosopher's Stone. Harry and Hermione did go into Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Have a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
So-
And Laura's reading now is a reading from Wicked the Musical. It's a reading from High School Musical. Ray, I always thought that me and you stuck to the status quo all of our lives.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying now.
I do.
Because there is a
It's-
lot of keeping families happy when it comes to
it's
weddings.
not even that. I have to say now, personally, I'm quite happy we're doing it that way.
No, yeah,
'Cause
I did it that way
I'd
too.
actually like to do the church bit as well. But I like the fact that we can do both.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't think many people know that you can do the way we're doing it.
You
Normally,
can do it if you want to go get married Hindu, do that as well.
most people end up just doing having to combine the legal bit and the church bit
Yeah.
in the one swing. But
Yeah.
we managed to swing it because a thing called a convalidation ceremony,
Right.
which is where our Lord comes down and says,
That's where everyone watches.
It's no convalidation.
After you get married, everyone watches then.
No, they don't.
And there's no music or nothing.
Watch what? What are you talking about?
The two of you go for it.
Stop it!
And everyone watches.
No, it's not.
And it's awkward then. Your uncle starts clapping.
Sound like science.
Come on. I swear to God, it's like a conic final. Come on, Ray! Come on!
No. So you can get married in the eyes of the state, which
You
is
can.
the legal element. That's like you can do that in a registry office,
Yeah.
or a solemnizer can do it for you.
Well,
and we have a solemnizer.
Yeah. Also, by the way, a priest can do that. They deal with all the green book. Yeah.
Yes, the priest can also legally do it for you.
Yes, absolutely,
So what we're doing here is we're getting a lovely lady called Anya from, I think she's from Longford originally, but she's living in Loud.
Lovely.
And she's going to solemnize us.
She is, yeah.
Right? In front of the state.
In front of everyone, yeah.
Yeah, and the green book.
in the eyes of the state.
Yeah.
For the
eyes of
state to witness.
For the state to witness.
Yeah.
And then a week after then, we're going to go down to Cneal Church and we're going to have a small little church signing off on the legal wedding experience.
Can I
Where
go?
Auntie Maureen
Yeah.
and Auntie Kathleen and all of them can come to it. And
Right,
the
okay.
neighbours and everybody, the Bilbos can come in, the Shays can come in.
Yeah. They
It's
can
gonna be
all
lovely.
go in. Yeah.
And they don't have to spend any money on a hotel in Portlaoise.
And they don't have to give out about the fact that, did you see there was a woman priest?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
when they
weren't-
land
yeah.
down and go, they did this weird thing. Ray took off his shoes and Laura took off his shoes and they crossed toes.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that, but they said it was some kind of a symbol. I said, Jesus, I've never seen a symbol like that before in my life.
Exactly.
And as the woman priest said something, she had no collar on her now.
So you see, this works out well.
Yeah, it works out well, but you are doing exactly, and it's okay because we all have to do this.
Yeah.
You try and keep everyone happy.
I think it's a good... And
That's what happens.
I get to do weddings.
And that's okay too, yeah. And the thing is, because it's not to do with you, really. It's not only to do with you. You know people who say when they get married, it was my day, okay, and I just did whatever I want. Yeah, but you had 150 people there then.
Yeah.
And if you want to have a good day, you better damn make sure they're having a good day.
Yeah.
That is the key to a good wedding. The key to a good wedding isn't you and your husband's happiness.
Yeah, it's everybody else's happiness.
Because when they're happy, you'll be happy.
That's right.
That everyone's having a good day, right? Which reminds me, all you brides out there, yeah, I know. That's when sometimes when brides come up to you and say, I only want you to play rock music at my wedding because I'm into rock music.
And that's all
you
I
have
want.
to realize you want those 200 people to be happy, not just you, because you'll be miserable if everyone is
That's
going,
true, yeah.
I'm not really into that thing.
Don't get that.
So that's just a little bit of advice, genuine advice for people. Relax on your wedding day and enjoy everyone else enjoying it.
Yeah.
Seriously now, do. Don't be, just go. That's what you have to do.
The word from Mark Kennedy, wedding specialist.
There
Also,
you go. I could be a
if-
wedding organizer.
If I forget my wedding anniversary, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
the 30th of September,
Yeah.
I have the following weekend as a secondary one.
No.
So when she says to me
No.
midway
You
through
forgot
that first
that.
week in October, going, "Do you forget something?" I said, "No.
I did not.
As far as I'm concerned, it's next Saturday."
Yeah, but what if she goes by both of them?
Or then you're
fucked then.
Yeah, fucked then.
Isn't it exciting times?
I got the wedding license.
What's that mean?
The
You
book-
can
green
drive the
book-
car to
the green book.
You can, what?
Drive the car. To the
You can drive the car to the wedding now.
Yeah, we got the green book during the week.
Oh yeah.
Into the births, deaths, and register marriages place.
Did you go down below to Carrow?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to
Markovich,
Markovich, was it?
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, to Markovich.
Into Josephine, fair play to her. She's very nice.
I couldn't have been arsed on any of that.
you
It's
not
great.
get it?
No, I did, but as in like I hadn't.
You forgot.
I hadn't a clue.
But you forgot.
What do you mean I forgot?
You didn't get it. You had to go to the court and get permission to do it, didn't you?
No, we didn't have to go
Yes,
to the
you
court.
did. You forgot it.
Did we?
Yes.
I don't think we went to court though, did we?
Well, you must have got. You had to
Ray,
get some
I've
sort
been
of-
in court so many times it's hard to know why I went there at all. There's times I landed up. I actually landed up and I was like, look, I didn't know. He just came out of the chipper like a bull.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you're here for the green book. Oh yeah, sorry
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. What was that other thing you were on about? No, nothing.
Nothing,
Did you
nothing.
find him? No, nothing. So, but I hadn't a clue what any of that meant, Ray. You have to do that like a month beforehand or something. It has to be in by
3 months before.
3 months beforehand.
That's where you're going wrong with.
Yeah, that's right. The month. Yeah, that's that was all ringing a bell. Ray, it's very exciting times, and it's getting mad close, and I'm looking forward to
We'll talk about doing the traditional invites.
No bother at all.
Do I have anything else? I have one or two last.
Go for a few little Ashby scenes there. Raybo.
The shout outs.
Yeah.
Now, John Allen.
John Allen.
Did
we not shout him out again?
We did. I deleted it out of last week's episode because we did it wrong.
What does that make sense?
We did. I just did it all wrong.
I didn't delete it out of it, but go on anyway.
Oh yeah, it's on the Patreon.
Yeah.
So John gets 2.
Yeah.
So John Allen anyway says, fair play to us. He's enjoying them and he's just away.
John Allen.
He said it never fails to put him in a good mood.
Yeah.
He ends up laughing out loud. Every podcast says it all. Fair play to him. More importantly, I have been a beer for 15 years in various parts of the world, including a 6-year stint at Brewdog. And I won't say the rest of that sentence. He worked at Brewdog.
Why?
Well,
what?
He loves Brewdog very much. Yeah. So now he works for Wicklow Wolf Brewery.
Oh, Wicklow Wolf Brewery. Yes, right. Yeah.
Now,
and they were mad to send us a big scatter.
The Pure Sound apparently. Now
they were mad to send us a Mazda, weren't they?
They were a Mazda. Yeah. Serious business. Kendy's confusion of how to categorize beer. Here goes. Beer is the overarching category.
No, it's not true.
Stop now. Give it a second.
No.
Overarching category. No one style or brand can be exclusively called beer.
Yeah, it's not true.
Beer is all brands and styles. Beer can be divided into lager, which is your Heinekens, your Rockshores, lots of German style, etc. Ales, which is Stout, Guinness, IPA, Wicklow Wolf. Red ales would be Schmittix, which is that one there. They are different on a basic level because they use different types of yeast. Lagers can be mostly similar. Ales can have a massive variety, dark to light in colour, low to high alcohol. Anyway, I have done my educational piece, he said.
Yeah, it's annoying there because, like, any day, like, that's what's wrong with the media now, is fake news. Like, anyone can just say anything, you have to believe them.
He's a beer specialist.
I don't care, man. If you live in the west coast of Ireland,
right,
beer is fucking Smithix.
Okay, well, he also wants to
I don't care. John Allen, right?
John Allen,
right? You can come in here with all the stats and statistics you want, right? Yeah. I want you to go down to Castle Plunkers or Strokestown
and ask for a beer. And see what you get.
Right. Now.
And he also asked me to shout out 3 of the lads in Wicklow Wolf to say fair play to them.
Fair play to the boys in Wicklow Wolf and fair play to John Allen. And
then the other shout out I have is a gentleman by the name of Sean.
How is Sean? Any crack, man? No, any news?
Sean's lovely girlfriend / fiance / wife. I don't know what she is to him.
Yeah, she was slashing anyway. Go on.
She said that he's flat out listening to us as well. Abroad in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam.
Ho Chi Minh.
How do you mean
he's listening to us?
It's very good, yeah. It's very good, yeah.
He's listening to us in Ho Chi Minh.
He's flying his way through the episodes. He probably won't get here for another couple of months.
How long has he been
How long?
He listened long time.
He listened long time. Yes, he
that's
does.
So fucking that's not racist. That's just shit. That's just
crack.
Shit.
Yeah.
No, it's not even. Like that's just that's shit. Like that we just did there.
Anyway, Sean,
it's 20-year-old.
I think herself was called Louise. Louise Grehan, I think it is.
Why don't you make sure you have that?
Would I chance it?
Yeah, but maybe just try and make sure. So
just try and make sure.
Sorry, what was his name again in
Sean?
In How Do You Mean
Louise
City?
Grehan, I was dead right.
Louise and Sean. Big shout out to the two of you. And he's in How Do You Mean City, and she's not. She's saying How Do You Mean You're still there, but they're madly in love.
Oh,
I'm making up stories.
Madly absolutely.
They're madly in love. They have a site bought in Donegal.
What?
It's a lovely, lovely site. And they're on about sending up a bungalow, but he reckons if we put a dormer in, we can get 2 more rooms out of it. I'm making this shit up as we go because you're searching through your phone. I'm trying to
find the bloody
the time.
Yeah.
I'd be very good on radio like that, Ray. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, never mind.
Okay, so is that all the crack, all the shout outs, all that kind of stuff done for the boys? Yeah. Fair play to Brendan.
Oh, Brendan is up to say.
How's international fasting going, Ray?
I started it today.
I thought you started it this week.
I didn't.
So have you started today?
I started today.
Brilliant. So that's it. How long have you been fasting now?
I've been fasting now. I've had my 8-hour window from the time of 11:30 till 7:30.
So it's 8 hours you're doing it for?
8 hours I'm going eating for.
Oh, what? You've ate for 8 hours straight?
And then 60.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so you're going to stop eating at 7:30?
Yes.
We're going to check back in on Ray. If we've learned anything on this podcast, Ray is a man of his words.
No.
And he'll stick to it, man. He's stubborn as that, Ray. He'll keep it going no matter what.
Also, there's a live show coming up at the end of June.
Yeah.
I haven't the date just yet now.
Oh, it's going to be a big announcement.
Big announcement.
Jesus
live show
Christ.
coming up. We had a couple inquiries about live shows.
Yeah, we did, because we just finished off the final little bits of working out when it's going to be, what it's going to be, what time it's going to be at. That's when we're doing it. Yeah. So keep an eye out for them. Fair play to Brendan. The poor old Divilling was at the Arsenal game yesterday, 3-0 to Brighton.
I heard it was tough.
It was a tough game, but he went off on a holiday on his own, and sure, that's every man's dream. So a big fair play to you, Brendan, as well, flicking the keys clean off yourself. Yeah. And Ray, more than anything, fair play to me.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck.
The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and Wonderful Food Items, and the Blind Tiger's marvellous alcoholic fruit drinks.